Guys, how much will the Marlins miss Dan Uggla?
I think they're going to miss him a ton, Rick. 30 home runs in the last 4 seasons, an all-star. Yeah, his defense wasn't so good. They wanted to upgrade that. But I thought he was a core player along with Hanley Ramirez and Josh Johnson, and you give him up. I don't know really where the Marlins are going with this.
I don't think they miss him that much. Yeah, he averaged 30 home runs and about 90 RBIs a year, but he also struck out over 150 times a year. I think Omar Infante, who they got from the Braves in the trade, he's a second baseman. He hit .320 last year. He's not the home run hitter, but I think with Hanley Ramirez and Mike Stanton and with Brock, the catcher that they picked up also, they'll make up for the loss in power.
Tell you why they won't miss him is because they'll see him 15 times a year when the Braves come to kick their butt is why they won't miss him. They reallocated some of the money Uggla turned down, by the way, and spent it on pitcher Javier Vasquez and catcher John Buck. What do you make of those signings?
I like Vasquez. Last year he didn't play that well with the Yankees, but the year before with the Braves he was 15-10 and he had an ERA of about 2.5. I think he'll come in and help him. He's an older guy. He's 34 years old. You know, Brock hit 20 home runs last year for Toronto, and so he gives him a little bit of power. He hit .280, so I think he'll have he'll fill the role and help out with the loss of Uggla.
Vasquez seems like he's 59 years old. He's been around really forever. He's a 4th or 5th starter at this point in his career. A down year, as you said, with the Yanks last year. Buck had a nice offensive season, his one breakout season, but they got him for his defense. Just like they wanted to upgrade at second base because of defense, they got Infante, now Buck. These are not sexy signings, not going to draw people into the stadium.
And by the way, since Davis just referred to an old guy at 34 years old, this is the last time we see Rick Davis on the path with you. Bye-bye.
I'm retired.
Bye-bye. Hanley Ramirez, the Marlins' highest-paid player. Hanley had a down year by his standards in 2010. What signs do you guys see that he'll bounce back in a big way this year?
I think he's going to bounce back really well. He's one of the best players in the game. He just doesn't show up every year. He has peaks and valleys. He hit 21 home runs, 74 RBIs, a down year for him last year. I think he bounces back and has a huge year for the Fish.
I think he's the best shortstop in the game. I think he hit 340 2 years ago. Last year was a down year, and he hit 300 with 21 home runs, 35 stolen bases. I think he's the best shortstop in the league. Last year, he spent some time in the doghouse because of some of the things that he did on the field, but I think he'll have a big year. Mike Stanton's hitting behind him. Infante's hitting in front of him. I think he'll have a great year.
Hanley better read that memo that says you better play like you mean it and look like you're playing hard, or he's going to be back in that doghouse only